Back and we're ready for game two. Oakland City, a 5-inning winner in game one. It is Sonner in the circle for Oakland City. And the first pitch at 3:51 Central Daylight Time. So Sonner the pitcher, we got Hudnall at the plate, and that's bounced foul down the third base side. Morgan Sonner 7-2 with a 2.22 ERA. 17th appearance, 7th start. She has a complete game. 56 2/3 innings, 53 hits, 26 runs, 18 earned. Has struck out 27, walked 14. 5 doubles, 1 triple, 3 homers. They're hitting .237 against her. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The count to the leadoff batter. That is foul down the third base line. Sonner, a junior from Lanesville High School, and also a really good basketball player. Hudnall at the plate. That's hit to whistle at third. Bufford catches it at first, and there's 1 gone here in the top half of inning number 1. Hallie Skeens, the shortstop, will step in. 1 out. That is a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Skeens, 420 with no homers and 15 runs batted in. Game 2, a good pair of umpires we've got here as that's hit to whistle at third. Will fire to Bufford. Nice pick by Bufford at first. 5-3 on that out. Kevin Brown at home plate. Jeremy Pittman on the bases. So 2 up and 2 down here in the top half of the first. And Olivia Barnett will step in. Foul tipped, no balls, and 1 strike. Barnett is senior from Shady Springs, West Virginia. Leading the team in hitting at .425. 34 hits, 80 at bats, 2 homers, and 18 runs batted in. 2 gone here in the first. Low and outside. Line and the pitch, foul tipped. Two and 1 the count. Pardon me, 2-2 the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Wide the 2-2 pitch, misses low and outside, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wide the pitch, and that is fouled out of play. Batter steps back in. That's ball 4. Close, but no cigar. The 2-out walk as Barnett is on at first base, and that'll bring up Tori Wells, the center fielder. 1 on with 2 outs. Strike on the outside corner. We had a shower at the end of game 1 and during our senior day festivities. But It's warming back up again as that's fouled out of play, and it's 0-2. Tori Wells, 265, no homers, 13 runs, batted in. And the sun feels good. Outside that little shower, it's been a great day at the ballpark. That's swing and a miss, strike three. That's the first strikeout for Sonner. And that's all for the Golden Bears in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, one left. 1 half inning played here at EGSL with the score. West Virginia Institute of Technology, nothing. Oakland City coming to bat. You're watching Oakland City University softball, brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza and Grill. GoMightyOaks.com and go. We're back at EGSL. In the circle for the Golden Bears is Taylor Scott. She is 4-9 with a 5.29 ERA. 16th appearance, 14th start. She has 11 complete games. 84 and 2/3 innings, 125 hits, 74 runs. 64 of them are earned. She has struck out 31, walked 20. 23 doubles, 3 triples, 3 homers. Opposition hitting .335 against her, 6 wild pitches and 2 hit batters. As Butcher will step in for Oakland City. Playing right field this game, she pitched a complete game shutout in game 1 today. With that shutout, that was her 10th complete game of the year for Butcher. She's now 12-4. She has 6 shutouts. That's pretty impressive, and that's fouled out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count. Or 1-2 the count. That's hit hard, but foul. 1-2. Gracie at .393 with 4 homers and 21 runs batted in. She was 2 for 4 in game 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. No score here in the home half of the first. That is hit really hard, but foul. Butcher is a junior transfer out of Indiana Tech from Washington, Indiana. She got a chance to call a few of her games when she was playing high school softball. That's high and outside. It evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That is hit into left field. And that's Hudnall, the left fielder, going a long way to make the play. And there's 1 out. As Casey Wood, the left fielder, the senior out of Princeton High School, recognized after game one today. One of the great seniors on this Oakland City University team. Been a glue person. She is fast. She is great defensively. Plays an outstanding left field. And at the plate at .333 with no homers and 22 runs batted in. Strike on the outside corner. On base 3 of 4 times in the first game today. Off speed, high and tight, 2-1. Base hit had scored in the first, was hit by a pitch in the second. Bounced out short to first in the third, and an RBI base hit in the fourth. That is fouled off, and it's 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. First game was impressive. Couple of big multi-run innings and a 5-inning win for the Oaks. They are now 28-11 and 22-3 in the River States Conference. They're 16-7 at home. Misses outside, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. For the Golden Bears, you've got Ashley James at first, Kaylee Waddell at second. That's hit in the infield. And James will catch it for the second out. So 2 up and 2 gone in the bottom half of the first as Bailey Cox will step in. Bailey reached out an air in the first, RBI hit in the second, hit and scored in the third. The fourth, and another RBI hit in the fourth. No balls and 1 strike to count. And to right, that's going to drop for a, did I get her? By a plate in shallow right. That's actually going to end up being a 9-3 out at first. And that's all for the Oaks in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. 1 inning in the books here in game 2 with the score Oakland City University 0, West Virginia Institute of Technology 0. You're watching Oakland City University softball brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza and Grill in Uptown Huntingburg on GoMightyOaks.com and the Go Mighty Oaks. Back at EGSL going to the top half of the second inning. 5, 6, and 7. Mia Valenzuela to catch it, followed by Ashley James, the first baseman, and Waddell, the second baseman. Sonner in the circle. And that is a strike, no balls, and 1 strike to Valenzuela. Just misses inside. Valenzuela 204, 10 hits, 49 at bats, 7 runs scored, no homers, 4 runs batted in. Inside and low, and it's 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. When they played in West Virginia, they split a pair. Oakland City won the first, lost the second, and that's hit into left field, and that's a base hit. It's the first base hit of the game for the Golden Bears and second base runner. So a leadoff hit right smack in the 5.5 hole. One on as Ashley James steps up. Ashley James hitting at 120, and that's a strike. 6 hits, 50 at bats, 5 runs scored, a homer, and 5 runs batted in. Fouled off, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Oh, and 2 to count. Ashley James, 5'4" junior out of Logan, Ohio, and Athens High School. Ringer up, strike 3. Second strikeout for Sonner. And that will bring up the second baseman, Kylie Waddell. Riser just a little bit high. Waddell at 209. 14 hits, 67 at bats, 7 runs scored, no homers, and 9 runs batted in. That's fouled off, and that evens the count at 1-1. One and one the count. Waddell out of Beckley, West Virginia. And Shady Spring High School. Hit to Rhodes at second. Flips to short for 1 to first. Not in time. So the fielder's choice will punch out Valenzuela at second. Waddell is on at first. And there's now 2 gone as Lawson, the DP, steps up. With Waddell running at first base. Strike on the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike. Molly Lawson hitting at .073. Runner goes to second. Head first slide. Waddell in at second base. So a runner in scoring position for the Golden Bears. .51 of 58 stolen bases. So Waddell at second base. Waddell, their best base stealer, percentage-wise. She's now 9 of 9. Hudnall, 10 of 11. Tori Wells, 9 of 10. The leading stealers, while Olivia Barnett is 7 of 8. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Lawson. Fouled again, and it stays at 1 ball and at 2 strikes. 1-2 the count. $14-0 the score in game 1. That was the 5-inning Oakland City University win. That's hit to short. Stewart firing to Bufford. 6-3 on the out, and that's all for the Golden Bears in the second. No runs, a hit, no error, 1 left. 1.5 played here in game 2 with the score Oakland City University 0. And West Virginia Institute of Technology, nothing. You're watching Oakland City University softball, brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza and Grill in Uptown Huntingburg and GoMightyOaks.com. And to go. Back at EGSL, bottom half of the second, it's 4, 5, and 6 as the Oaks look to get their first base hit of the ball game as Bufford steps in and is hit with the first pitch. So that's the first base runner for Oakland City here in Game 2. Bufford just seems to find a way to get on base. The junior from Paducah, 473 her average. She's on at first base as McCracken, the catcher, will step in now. That is hit hard, but foul down the third base line. Hallie, you could put a thing on. She had the biggest knock in Game 1. She had a three-run homer in the second. Actually on base with a hit in the first, 3-run homer in the third, reached on a fielder's choice in the fourth, and flew out to the right fielder in the fourth. So on base 3 of 4 times. Misses inside and evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Inside, 2-1. Throw back to first. Bufford back. That is hit long and foul. Just in front of that one, a little bit too much. Yeah, McCracken's got long ball power, and she has been torching it this year. Had 20 home runs in her senior season at Henderson County, Kentucky. That is fouled out of play. Well, the day began, McCracken at 378. She now has 6 home runs and 35 runs batted in. Took something off of that one for strike 3. First strikeout of the ball game for the Golden Bear pitcher. That is a ball, 1 ball, and no strikes. Scott, 1 1/3 innings, 22 pitches, has not allowed a base hit yet. 1 strikeout and no walks. That is fouled. Wide at a 1-1 at Risers High. Taylor Scott is a sophomore out of Beaver, West Virginia, and Woodrow Wilson High School in the circle, and she so far has looked really good for the Bears today. That's a fair ball down the left field line. And runners at first and second. As Rhodes hit that one sharp. first base hit of the ball game for the Mighty Oaks, as that brings up Hannah Whistle. I tell you what, she is looking to become a media member of a Major League Baseball team. And you know what? I think she's got a good chance. Her photography is spot on. And she's a pretty doggone good softball player. Going to miss her not being around here. Hannah's at 336, and that's hitting to left field. That's going to roll to the wall. And it's 1-0 Oakland City as Hannah Whistle has doubled. And scoring is buffered from second base. Going to third base is Bailey Rhodes. And the Oaks have drawn first blood here in game 2. And there's one gone, and that brings up Kinsley Heichelbeck in the 8th spot. But all she is the second leading hitter on the team at .421. That is a strike with 2 homers and 29 runs batted in. And she was on base every time of the first game. And that is hit to third. They throw home and get the play at the plate, which is good for the Bears. 5-2 on the out on the fielder's choice. So Heichelbeck is on at first, Rhodes out at the plate, and on the plate, Whistle moves to third. And that brings up Stewart. And she drills that one foul. Megan has played a good shortstop. She is fast, and she was 3 for 3 in the first game. Base hit and scored in the second. Base hit knocked a run in the third, and knocked in 2 runs with a base hit in the fourth. That in the number 9 spot in the order. That is a riser high, and that's going to score a run as Hannah Whistle scores on the wild pitch. And it's 2-0 Oakland City here on the home half of the second. Moving down to second base is Heichelbeck. Grace Butcher is on deck. 2 gone. So a crooked number on the board for Oakland City here in the second inning. And so far they've gotten 2 runs with only 1 base hit. Stewart at the plate. That's hit to third, and the throw to first is in time. 5-3 on the out, but a productive second inning for Oakland City. They get 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors for the Golden Bears, and we left 1 on base. We have played 2 complete in game 2 with the score Oakland City University 2 and West Virginia Institute of Technology 0. You're watching Oakland City University softball, brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza and Grill and GoMightyOaks.com and the Go Mighty Oaks YouTube channel. Back at EGSL, heading to the third inning, 9-1-2 for the Golden Bears. Strike on the outside corner. Chloe Burt the right fielder at the plate. That is a strike. Burt, 5'3" and a freshman from Monroe County, West Virginia, and James Monroe High School. Fouled off, 2 strikes. Bird hitting at 111, 5 hits, 45 at bats. 2 homers, 2 runs scored, no homers, 2 runs batted in. Swing and a miss, and that's 1 gone. 3rd strikeout of the ball game for Sonner. So 2 1/3 innings for Sonner, the young lady out of Lanesville. 33 pitches, 3 strikeouts and a walk, and 9 batters faced. Leadoff batter Hudnall bounced out 3rd to 1st, tries to slap that one and misses. No balls, 1 strike. Low and outside evens the count at 1-1. 289 for Hudnall. 22 hits, 76 at bats, 17 runs scored. No homers and a couple of runs batted in. It's 2 balls and a strike. Fouled off. 2-0 Oakland City, top half of the 3rd here in game 2. If you just joined us, Oakland City winning the first one 14-0 in 5 innings. Grace Butcher pitching a 5-hit shutout. Complete game. And that is strike 3, so back-to-back strikeouts here in the 3rd. So Sonner looking good, and Skeens, the shortstop, who bounced out. Whistle to Bufford. Up here in the top half of the 3rd. In the air and to foul territory. Bufford, the first baseman, makes the play. And that is all for the Golden Bears in the 3rd. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. 2.5 played here in game 2 with the score Oakland City University 2 and West Virginia Institute of Technology 0. You're watching Oakland City University softball, brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza and Grill on GoMightyOaks.com. Back at EGSL, home half of the 3rd, top of the order for the Oaks. Grace Butcher, the right fielder, 0 for 1 here in game 2. That's low and inside. 2-4 in game 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Fouled off. Young lady out of Washington. 393 with 4 homers and 21 runs batted in. Patty, she played at Bar Reeve, didn't she, in high school? Young lady out of Bar Reeve. Man, they put out some good athletes at Bar Reeve. That's fouled. Started at Indiana Tech, but ended up here at Oakland City, where she's been something. But between having David Hose and Patty Book up here, that has increased my softball knowledge. But that is a strikeout as Butcher will sit down, and that'll make it 1 out. Scott, 2 1/3, 32 pitches, 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs. And that is 2 strikeouts for Scott. And 10 batters faced. Wood 0 for 1. Popped out the first of the first, up again here in the third. Strike on the inside corner. So Scott has not pitched badly. For West Virginia Institute of Technology. That misses inside. 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Hit to short. She does a good job there at shortstop. Skeens throws to James, 6-3, and there's 2 gone in the third. Bailey Cox 0 for 1. Will step up for the Oaks. Cox at 379, no homers, 21 runs batted in. I thought that had a chance to drop, but Waddell, the second baseman, ran over into foul territory and made a really pretty good play there. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Oaks in the bottom half of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. 3 complete played here in game 2 with the score Oakland City University 2, West Virginia Institute of Technology nothing. You're watching Oakland City University softball, brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza and Grill in Uptown Huntingburg on GoMightyOaks.com. We're back at EGSL, already heading to the fourth. First game took an amazing 1 hour and 11 minutes. So that is probably like double park. The second game is moving right along also, as it is 3, 4, and 5. Barnett, Wells, and Valenzuela for the Golden Bears. That is foul down the first base line. Sonner, the young lady out of Lanesville, 3 innings pitched, 43 pitches. No hits, no runs, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 11 batters faced. Blowing outside evens the count of a ball and a strike. Young lady walked in the first. Foul down the third base line. Leading the team in hitting at .425, 2 homers, 18 runs, batted in. Barnett back in. 5'10" senior from Shady Springs, West Virginia. And Shady Springs High School, as that's foul. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. 1 and 2. One ball and 2 strikes. The left-handed hitting third baseman. And the air foul territory. Oh, I tell you what, McCracken and Whistle both had a crack. And honestly, I think it may have been a spectacular play by either one of them, but both of them were there, and they had to pull up because they could have crashed into one another. So it stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Blowing outside, 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 5 for Sauter. That's Tori Wells with 1 out. He'll step up. She struck out in the first. She is the Golden Bears center fielder. That's into right, and that's going to go over Butcher's head. Wells goes into second. She's heading for third. The throw is offline, and Tori Wells has a stand-up triple with 1 gone in the top half of the fourth. And a 2-0 game, which brings the tying run to the plate, and that is Mia Valenzuela, the catcher. So Valenzuela at 2:04, no homers, 4 runs batted in, squares around to bunt. And I think everybody's going to be safe. Out at first, okay, they did get the out at first, but it's a 2-1 ball game. As Wells scores, as Hallie McCracken made a dive to get to that one and just missed it. And coming in and scoring was Wells, used good speed to score, and it's 2-1. Ashley James, the first baseman, steps up. And that pitch is a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Ashley struck out looking in the second, so it's 2-1 now. Foul down the third base line, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Ashley James hitting at 120 with a homer and 5 runs batted in. 6 hits, 50 at bats. The bases are clear with 1 out. Foul down the third base line. Ashley James, a junior out of Logan, Ohio, and Athens High School. Playing first base now, but is also a right-handed pitcher for the Golden Bears. No balls and 2 strikes. That's into right field, a base hit. So 2 outs and the tying run at first base as Waddell, the second baseman, Kaylee Waddell, reached on a fielder's choice in the second and is up as the Mighty Oaks try to get that 3rd out here in the 4th inning. Strike on the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike. Waddell, 209. No homers and 9 runs batted in. Foul territory. McCracken goes and takes it. And that finally is all for the Golden Bears in inning number 2. But they pick up a run, and they do it on 2 base hits. No errors, 1 left. 3.5 played here at EGSL in game 2. With the score, Oakland City University 2 and the West Virginia Institute of Technology 1. You're watching Oakland City University softball, brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza and Grill in Uptown Huntingburg. GoMightyOaks.com. We're back 4, 5, and 6 as Jordan Bufford, the first baseman, young lady out of Paducah, leading the team in hitting, and that is crushed. But that's foul down the first base line. Jordan 473 with 8 homers and 43 runs batted in. Two to 1 the score. The Oaks got their 2 runs in the second. Into center. That's off the center fielder's glove, and Bufford is on at first base as it was a sinking line drive. Wells tried to come in. It was not an easy catch. It goes off her glove, and Bufford is on at first base. Ends up, is that an E8? That is an E8. High and outside to Hallie McCracken. Spotsville, Kentucky's finest. Henderson County High School. Had a stellar career, and she's picking right up here at OCU. Wild pitch. Bufford trucks into second base. So a runner in scoring position with nobody out in the fourth. Hallie had a big knock in the first game. A 3-run homer in the second. She was on base every time but her final appearance in the fourth. Into left, that's going to drop in for a base hit. And the Oaks have them on the corners. As Bufford moves over to third, and on the throw back in, McCracken moved to second. So base hit could plate a couple. And Bailey Rhodes, who is 1 for 1 already, is up next for the Mighty Oaks. Riser high. Bailey in game 1 had an RBI base knock in the first, grounded out short to first in the second, and knocked in a run and scored in the fourth. Hits that one well into right center. That's going to go to the wall. 1-run scores. The second run coming to the plate. Score standing up, and it is 4-1 Oakland City. Bailey's having a tremendous day as Bufford will score from third base. Scoring from second base is McCracken, and it's a 4-1 Oaks advantage. And Hannah Whistle, who walked and scored in the second, will stand in, and that pitch is a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Hannah at .336 with 6 homers and 25 runs batted in. Foul down the third base line. Hannah out of Wrights High School in Evansville. She is a senior. In tight, 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now the Oaks have used the scoring opportunities when they have occurred. That's hit into left. That's going to bounce against the fence, and it's 5-1. That was close to being out of here, and that was also close to being caught. But it is a double. Bailey Rhodes will score, and it is 5-1 Oakland City. As they have bounced back and outdone the 1 run the Golden Bears got on the top half of the frame. As they have plated 3 here in the fourth. And there is still nobody out as Kinsley Heichelbeck will step up. In the 8th spot in the first game, she got a base hit and scored in the second, got a base hit and scored in the third, and walked and scored in the fourth. Riser high, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Kinsley plays a tremendous center field, and she ain't too shabby at the plate. 421, 2 homers, 29 runs batted in. Heichelbeck from Wabash Valley College in Linville, Indiana. And that is hit into center field. Warning track power. And moving over to third base is Whistle. I tell you what, Whistle was almost got it out of the park. And Heichelbeck almost got it out of the park, as that was hit deep. And Stewart, with 1 out, steps in. It's 5-1 Oaks, and that's high and outside. 1 ball, and no strikes. Wide, the 1-0 to Stewart. The young lady on her right. Man, that is tomahawk foul down the third base line. Stewart, a good game 1. A base hit and scored in the second, an RBI hit in the third, and knocked in 2 with a base hit in the fourth. And a chance here to add to the total if she can get Hannah Whistle in. Oaks have already scored 3 in the frame. That's fouled out of play, and it's 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fouled off again, and it stays at 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stewart, one thing is she is doggone fast. Bring her up. That's a nice pitch. Second out of the inning, Scott, with her second strikeout of the ball game, making third strikeout of the ball game. Back up to the top of the order, and Butcher with 2 outs. Butcher, the complete game winner in game 1. Down the left field line, that's a base hit, and it's 6-1. So Butcher with an RBI, and Casey Wood, the senior from Princeton, Indiana, will step in next as Whistle scores from third base. Whistle, the 8th hitter of the Oakland City 4th inning. As Butcher is at second base. And a base hit here could make it 7-1. That is a strike on the outside corner. No balls, 1 strike. Wood at .333. No homers and 22 runs batted in. That's hit to short. And Skeens don't miss many. 6-3 on the out as she throws to James at first base. But in the fourth, 8 batters come to the plate for Oakland City University. 1, 2, 3, 4 runs score for the Oaks. We have played 4, and it's 6-1 Oakland City. You're watching Oakland City University softball, brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza and Grill, GoMightyOaks.com, and the Go Mighty Oaks YouTube channel. We're back at EGSL. It was a 2-1 game when Oakland City came to the plate. Now it's a 6-1 game after a 4-inning fourth. For the Golden Bears, it is 8-9-1 as Mally Lawson, number 99, will step in. He's 0 for 1 as she bounced out Stewart to Bufford, short to first in the second. That is a strike on the outside corner. No balls, 1 strike. That's an Adam ball right at Whistle, and Whistle is pretty doggone good at third base, and there's 1 out. As that'll bring Bird to the plate. Struck out in the third. Up again here in the fifth. That's why they call that the hot corner. Misses outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Sonner 7-2 coming in. Swing and a miss. Took a little something off that with a 2.22 ERA. And so far in 4 1/3, 60 pitches, 2 hits, a run, an earned run, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, 17 batters face hit to Whistle. Burford, nice pick at first by Bufford. And there's 2 outs, 5-3 on the out. Back up to the top of the order, and Peyton Hudnall, who's 0 for 2. Bounced out Whistle to Bufford, third to first in the first, and struck out swinging in the fourth. That's outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Oaks won the first game 14-0 in 5. Top of the fifth, it's 6-1 Oaks in this one. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Low and outside, 2-1. Two and one to Hudnall. Strike with the off-speed pitch. Hudnall, 289, 22 hits, 76 at bat, 17 runs scored, no homers, and a couple of runs batted in. Deuce is wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Low and outside, it's 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hudnall 0 for 2 today. Line to 3-2. Striker out. That is strike 3. 6 strikeouts for Sonner. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. 4.5 innings have been played. And we're going to take a break and come back for the home half of the fifth. Oaks up 6-1. You're watching Oakland City University softball. Brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza Grill in Uptown Huntingburg. GoMightyOaks.com. back at EGSL. The only batter that didn't bat in the fourth, up in the fifth. And that was cradled there and caught nicely by Aaliyah Skeens, the shortstop, and one gone here in the fifth. Jordan Bufford up now. Hit by a pitch and scored in the second, and a base hit and scored in the fourth. Low and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Bufford on 2 or 3 times in game number 1. It has been red hot, low and outside. Bufford 473 with 8 homers and 43 runs batted in. A strike on the inside corner, 2 balls and 1 strike. Home half of the fifth. Nice piece of hitting into left center for a base hit. 1 out, base hit. Bufford on every time in this game. We got Cross running at first base for Bufford. She was hit by a pitch in the first, base hit, and scored on the fourth, and a base hit and scored here in the fifth. 6-1 is the score. And yeah, Cross is running, and Cross is fast. Abby Cross, 7 of 7 stolen bases. Baseball coming up tomorrow. They're at our Oakland City broadcast, a doubleheader at Conklin. Hit into center. I believe that is out of here. And McCracken is going to touch them all. And it's a 2-run homer. That is her second home run of the day, as she hit a 3-run homer in the second inning of game 1. She has made it 8-1 here in the 5th inning. And if the Oaks score another run here in the 5th, the game is over. And it would be 2-run rule games, as they won the first one 14-0 in 5. It's Bailey Rhodes, who is 2 for 2 and has a couple of ribbies, steps up, and that pitch is a strike on the inside corner. No balls, 1 strike from Mount Vernon, Indiana. That is hit into left. Pretty good play by Hudnall, the left fielder. And there's 2 outs. Hannah Whistle. Base hit and scored on a wild pitch in the second. Got a double and scored in the fourth. And that is a strike. No balls and 1 strike to Hannah. High and outside. That's a lady I'm going to miss. Great career. Hitting at .336 right now. 39 hits, 116 at bats, 32 runs scored, 6 homers, and 26 runs batted in. That's low and inside, and it's 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Got a feeling she's going to be working in Major League Baseball in the media department. And she pops that one into left field for a base hit. So Hannah has been on base every time today. So with 2 outs, Kinsley Heichelbeck, the 8th spot hitter, will come in. And you know Kinsley, .430 for the year. She hits out one to second base. That is 4-3 on the out. Waddell to James. And that is all. But it is a 7-run Oakland City lead after 5 as they're up 8-1. You're watching Oakland City University softball, brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza and Grill. GoMightyOaks.com and the Go Mighty Oaks YouTube. Back at EGSL going to the 6th. 2, 3, and 4 as Haldia Skeens working an 0-for-2 ball game will step in. Sonner, 5 innings, 69 pitches, 2 hits, a run, an earned run. 6 strikeouts, a walk, 19 batters faced. Haldia Skeens. That is a strike, no balls and 1 strike. Did you get that B catch it out of thin air? Wow. Not only smart, but tough. That's foul. Only other person I've ever seen do that is Chuck Norris. Here's the wind of the pitch. And just misses 1-2. David, I bet you never thought that you would have been mentioned in the same sentence as Chuck Norris in the broadcast. 1-2. Misses outside. It's 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Barring something unforeseen, this is our final softball broadcast of the year. And it's been something. Ringer up, strike 3. Skeens punched out for the 7th strikeout for Sonner. 1 out. Barnett working a 0-for-1 game, steps in. Squares out to bunt, and that is a strike. Walked in the 1st, struck out in the 4th. Barnett leading the team and hitting at .425, 2 homers, 18 runs batted in. And that was a weird one. You're not going to see Hannah whiff on many. As Hannah went after it, Stewart, the shortstop, was there. They made a shot, but it's going to be an infield base hit for the Golden Bears. Yeah, it was real weird. It's Barnett is on at first, squared around a bunt. McCracken almost caught it in foul territory. They got the runner picked off as out going to second base is Barman. She did, and that's the inning. That is a 2-5-3-4 double play. Pardon me, 2-5-3-6 double play. That was one of the weirder innings I have seen in a while. 5.5 played, and it ends up being a 3-up, 3-down inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. We have played 5.5 here at EGSL with the score Oakland City University 8 and West Virginia Institute of Technology 1. You're watching Oakland City University softball, brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza Grill in Uptown Huntingburg. GoMightyOaks.com and go. We're back at EGSL. Oaks score a run, the game's over. Stewart, the shortstop, steps in. What a great addition she has been to the Mighty Oaks. That's hit to second, and it's bobbled. As quick as Stewart is, you don't have a chance to get her. The sophomore out of Evansville Wright is on at first base, and I'm guessing an E4 on that one. So, one on, possible winning run at first base with nobody out. Grace Butcher steps in. She's 1 for 3 and knocked a run in. As that's high and tight, 1 ball, no strikes. Young lady to play to Bar Reeve from Washington, Indiana. Won the first game, complete game shutout. That is inside. The game 1 win was her 10th complete game and her 10th shutout. That's 10 complete games in 12 starts. Those Bar players are normally pretty good, but she's one of the best there. That's fouled out of play. 2 balls and a strike. 8-1, the Oaks score a run, and they'll win both these games run rule today. That's inside. 3 balls and 1 strike. 3-1 to Butcher. Casey Wood, the senior out of Princeton, Indiana, is on deck. Duck snort into left. Impressed by Skeens, the Golden Bears shortstop. 1 out. Casey Wood steps up. 1 on, 1 out. Going to be a pinch hitter. Dom is going to pinch hit for the Oaks. Dom from Mount Carmel, Illinois, and Mount Carmel High School. She is a senior getting an at-bat here on Senior Day. Come on, Avery. That's a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Dom at the plate. Check swing. She did go around. That's a strike. It's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Now, one senior Wood stepping down and giving another senior Dom an opportunity as that's thrown back to first. A ball and 2 strikes to Dom. 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's 2 gone. Scott, 5 1/3, 86 pitches, 9 hits. 8 runs, 6 of them earned, 4 strikeouts, no walks, 29 batters faced. Bailey Cox steps in. She is 0 for 3. Actually, Scott's done a good job against the top part of the Oakland City order, which is not an easy thing to do. That bounces, and you know what? Everybody's going to be safe. I'm guessing is that an infield hit? Infield base hit. Runners at first and second. Bufford is up at the strike. Now, I was thinking the same thing, Patty. Right center. And to right. And it held up long enough for Burt, the right fielder, to get it. So there will be a top half of the seventh. 6 innings in the book with the Oaks up 8-1 here in game 2. You're watching Oakland City University softball, brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza and Grill on GoByTheOaks.com and the Go By The Oaks. We're back. Mia Valenzuela, the catcher. At the plate, Sonner in her 7th inning, going for a complete game here. Mia got a base hit in the 2nd, brought a run home in the 4th. And misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count to Valenzuela. Strike on the inside corner. 2:04 with no homers, 4 runs batted in. Foul tip by Valenzuela. Catcher, third baseman, 5'5", a junior, transfer from Trinidad State College, from Phoenix, Arizona, and Paradise Valley High School. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a Rusty Gate swing, strike 3. 8th strikeout of the ball game for Sonner. And there's 1 gone in the 7th as Ashley James, 1 for 2, steps in. Struck out looking in the 2nd and had a base hit in the 4th. That is a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Hit to whistle at third, cranks and fires to Bufford. 2 outs. 2 gone in the 7th, so down to their final out, the Golden Bears. Waddell, the second baseman, is scheduled up, and she is up. Reached our fielder's choice in the 2nd, fouled out to Bufford at first in the 4th, and she swings and misses there. And it's 1 no balls and 1 strike. 8-1 Oakland City. Just misses, evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. This misses 2-1, 2 balls and 1 strike. Live the 2-1 from Sonner. Glad there was a fence there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2. Deuces Wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, and that is the ball game. Sonner goes the distance. 7 innings, 84 pitches, 3 hits, 1 run, an earned run, strikes out 9, walks 1, 25 batters face as the Oaks win game 2, 8-1. 8 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for Oakland City, 1 run, 3 hits, and 2 errors for West Virginia Tech. And Sonner is once again is the winning pitcher in the ball game. Morgan is now 8-2 on the year, while the starting pitcher Taylor Scott takes the loss. She goes to 4-10 on the year as the Oaks sweep the doubleheader. They win the first game 14-0 in 5, and the second game 8-1 in 7. So Oakland City goes to 29-11 overall. They are 23-3 in the River States Conference, which is something. And they are 17-7 here at EGSL, or here at Oakland City. 8-2 away and 4-2 on the neutral field. Senior Day at Oakland City. You see the team congregating around the circle, and our final broadcast of the final home game here for the Oaks, and it has certainly been something as Coach Mick is leading him, and we'll be talking to him right now. But I do want to thank, as always, Patty Bookta, Hall of Fame coach up here, helping us in the booth, taking care of the school board nicely. Of course, David Host, our producer and director, and I think maybe wears a couple of other hats too in that, and a great job at helping us out. And always we want to thank the Gaslight Pizza and Grill in Uptown Huntingburg for being the sponsor. Oakland City baseball tomorrow. What time are we on the air tomorrow, David? We're on the air at noon tomorrow, so a 1 o'clock Eastern time start for the doubleheader. So we'll be on the air for that tomorrow, so I hope you'll join us then. For David, this is Walt Ferber saying so long. You are watching Oakland City University Athletics on GoMightyOaks.com and the Go Mighty Oaks YouTube.
The value of champions character across all institutions is a message that we can all get behind.
The purpose behind Champions of Character is to have that student-athlete experience be one of growth.
Men's basketball on campus, we make sure that we give back with a smile and with a purpose.
Our goal as coaches is for our players to leave being better men, better husbands, better fathers, and better members in their community.
NAIA is Champions of Character.
The National Christian College Athletic Association is dedicated to keeping Christ at the center of intercollegiate athletics. empowering student athletes and coaches to make a meaningful impact for Christ. Our member schools embody the love of Christ through our game plan for life: love, integrity, faith, and excellence. With 23 national championship events, we serve 88 member schools across the United States and Canada. The NCCAA, where ring chasing and king chasing converge.